Hello, and welcome to Writing Escapades, Episode 2. I'm David Rawding, and today we're going to talk about some of the best advice I can give new and even veteran writers. I'm talking about writing groups. Let's get into it. All right, I hope you are all doing well today. Here in New Hampshire, the fall is underway. Soon enough, the foliage is just going to be popping. People go apple picking. We've got pumpkin carving. We've got corn mazes. If you're a single fellow like me, you know this is when dating season starts to pick up. Good luck out there, single ladies and gentlemen. So I digress. I honestly think that this may be my best advice, and I don't hear it said enough. If you're a new or a veteran writer, find yourself a writing group. Don't write alone. What are the benefits to a writing group? These are typically people that are cheering you on. They are your earliest beta readers. And guys, writers are competitive. If your group sets a goal to write a chapter every week or every 2 weeks, and let's just call him Jimmy Writer, he gets his goal, he gets his work in by Wednesday, you'll want to get your chapter done. You don't want to be the one that didn't make the writing goal. Feedback as you draft is gold. I cannot get enough. Honestly, it's so helpful to get a reader's perspective of your work as you're working on it. It will allow you to make changes as you write versus drafting an entire story and then realizing that you should have made changes in chapter 4 that ripple through the book. Think of your fellow writing group buddies as content editors or beta readers. People pay for this type of help, but the beauty of a writing group is that everyone is down to help each other out. The high tide raises all ships. How do you find a writing group? I've been in several good writing groups over the years. I've found them via Craigslist, meetup.org. None of these are sponsors, by the way. I found one at a local library, and they meet up in one of the library rooms, which was nice. I mean, we're writers or authors. We like to be around books, don't we? Another group we met at Starbucks, and another one we met at a bookstore. And my current one, we meet up at a bar or via, this kind of thing, like a group video call. It really doesn't matter if it's in person or via video call. You can give and receive feedback all the same. In my experience, a smaller writing group is more beneficial to me than a larger one. If you're over a dozen people in your writing group, it can get a little hectic, I imagine. I am currently in a group of 4, and it's easy to manage and easy enough for us to just meet up at a bar with our laptops. Sometimes we just have writing sessions. Twice a week, we'll log on and we'll catch up and write together. It's nice to have someone else committed to writing time, and it really does encourage you to write when they're writing. Outside of school, it's hard to find justification for writing, and it's easy to let days slip into weeks and months, and before you know it, you haven't written in a year, and the story is it's gone stale. Don't let that happen. Find yourself a writing group, and they'll keep you motivated. They'll help you set goals and hit deadlines. And you'll also probably meet some new friends, which is great. And if you can't find a writing group of your own, make one for yourself. Maybe you know some other writers who'd be interested in joining. Maybe you can put a call out on your social media or a group page, your library, or a local coffee shop. I bet you know more people that want to write a book than you think. So typically in a writing group, you will have some sort of schedule for submitting work and giving feedback. Maybe you submit 1,000 words a week or a chapter a month. Typically, you will share your work with the group via email or a shared Google Doc, or maybe just paper. You'll work that out among yourselves. I trust you. And you'll want to give your fellow writers feedback as well. Rules of the road with giving and receiving feedback. It takes a lot to hand over your words and have other people critique them. I know, it hurts. But remember when I said feedback is gold? It truly is. So when receiving feedback, it's important to be quiet and to listen. Let the person explain their feedback and their comments. Don't fight them or interrupt them, or they may dial back their future feedback, thinking that you can't handle any criticism. Let them say their piece, and if you have any clarifying questions, ask them when they're done. Maybe even thank them for their time. Now, you don't have to follow all their feedback to a T, but it's going to leave you with plenty to think about, I imagine. When giving feedback, start off with a positive. Find something in their work that you like or think they do well. Maybe they have unique characters, or they have strong descriptions, tight dialogue, great action scenes. You can find something. Start off with a positive and then go into things that maybe caught you up while you were reading. Was there some run-on sentence or some clunky lines somewhere? Maybe a paragraph needed a little breakup. I fall into that particular trap sometimes. Be constructive, and I wouldn't deal in absolutes. Here are some key terms that I'd recommend you try when you construct your feedback. Consider trying this. Or, as a reader, I didn't understand this. And give supporting evidence as to why you think that way. Don't tell them to change something, suggest it. Another big rule, address the writing, not the writer. Don't say, I didn't like when you did this in the story. It's a small thing, but by saying you, when referring to the work, kind of focuses the criticism or feedback to the writer. Focus on the writing and keep the writer separate in your feedback. They will be more apt to receive your feedback and not get offended. Wow, that's a lot. I think we hit on a lot in this episode. I hope you guys find a writing group of your own. They really have helped me a ton over the years. You really don't have to spend all your time writing in a dark room alone. Come out and enjoy the crazy thing we call writing with some fellow writers. Show your work and get that feedback. It really is gold. Next episode, I may try something different. I want to start playing around with this medium, so let's see what I can come up with. If you want to support Writing Escapades, you can like this episode, subscribe, you can write a review, you can buy my books. First one, second one. They're available anywhere online where books are sold, ebooks, audiobooks, paperbacks, the whole shebang. Thanks again, and I hope you have a pleasant fall. Unless you live in a different part of the planet where it's spring. Hope you have a pleasant spring. I'm going to have a pleasant fall. Look at this. I got my fall stuff on. We're ready. Later, guys.